These two pieces here on the wall, these pictures come from a project called Family Business. I composed a larger, complicated, multimedia piece of work that gave definition, that was a kind of portrait of my father's life from the perspective of his son, an artist. So we have two pictures here. This picture of my father I made toward the end of the project. He's taking a swim at a lake where his father had built 35 or 40 cottages when my father was a young man. So this was the place of my father's childhood. So my father, in his working life as I grew up, and even in these later years, you would never find him like this in the water. He would always be going and checking on his real estate, his properties, or attending to things with his business. So one day, near the end of this project, he gave himself this moment. And so we see him here in this water where he's both returning to, in a sense, this place that he has this deep familiarity with. It goes back to his childhood. And where in some way he's letting some of his burden relax. This piece is a picture that I made in one of my father's rental properties after a fire took place. This was in the middle of winter. And what struck me was the kind of lives that were being lived in these buildings that my father owned. It was moving to see how these lives were kind of upended. And I saw this opportunity to make a picture that's kind of very painterly, kind of in the order of a Flemish still life. So I'm working with a large format camera. I'm probably making an exposure that might have lasted 8 or 10 seconds. There's some window light that is being reflected, that's slowly coming into the back of the room. So you feel the light coming out of the darkness. But the fire itself had created this meltdown of plastic and this patina on vessels. And so I made pictures like this that spoke to the landscape of my father's properties as a way to understand them better. To me, the key challenges was to find a balance between being honest, very forthright and direct with the work, and at the same time allowing it to be personal, allowing it to be emotive, without succumbing to sentimentality. I think that is that was the biggest challenge for me approaching family as subject.